Hey, we've been talking off and on, Lewis, for a while about this issue of filming interactions with police, and we've had Mark Fancher on the show from the ACLU of Michigan talking about devices that the police use to get information from people that they have traffic stops with off of their phones. We've also talked to Ryan Radia from the Competitive Enterprise Institute about what the different laws are about what you can and can't record and how you can interfere or observe interactions with police. And now there is a police inquiry which is revealing that there were a number of violations in the arrest and beating of a videographer. And we have some of the video here, and I'll play some of it for you. There was an individual who was filming a police traffic stop. This was in Las Vegas. And a police officer is now in investigation because there was videotape of the beating of a man from a few months ago who was being stopped. This is Mitchell Crooks's complaint about Officer Derek Collings. And Derek Collings is being accused of excessive force. And this was sustained, according to Deputy Chief Gary Schofield. And the specific violations won't be released, but let me show you some of the video that's in question here, Lewis. Take a look. So as you can see, we just have someone filming. I'll describe for our audience. Police car drives up.
No, just observing. You live here? Nope.
And the officer does not like the videotaping.
Why do I have to turn it off? I'm perfectly within my legal rights to be able to do this.
Turn off the camera for me.
I'm perfectly within my legal rights to do this, sir.
Listen, turn off the camera for me.
No, sir, I am within my legal rights to do this.
If
I do live here.
You don't
I
live
just
here,
said
dude.
I live here.
Get over here.
Hey,
Get on the ground.
What the hell are
Get
you
on the
doing,
ground.
man? What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing, man?
On your stomach.
God damn it, on your stomach, hey!
All right, so I'll stop it there because I think it may be profanity laced as it goes forward. So we've talked about this a bunch of times, Lewis. You know that we have. And this is one of the, I really am not a fan of being one of these people who is just difficult with police for no reason. Okay, most police are just doing their job. Most police are not out there to bother people. And I am not one of these people that advocates just using pulling out every single stop when you're talking to the police just to irritate and instigate. But the reality here, and because you and I, Lewis, have had a number of issues where we've had to not run certain stories because we were concerned, not that we had actually done anything wrong in terms of the audio or video recording, but because even if there was that perception, just having to deal with it and get a lawyer to explain we did nothing wrong would be incredibly expensive. So
Right.
we're sensitive to this idea of police bugging you when you're filming completely legally. And we've talked about it with the TSA. So this is a situation where there's a traffic stop going on. There's a man not in the way. He's not in the road. And a police officer pulls up. And within, what was that, about 30 seconds, he asked the camera to be shut off. Legally, there is no reason for that camera to have to be shut off. The man was not interfering. He was not putting anyone in danger. He was just filming things going on out in public. And he got beaten up by a police officer. And this is not the beating up, but we hear time and time again that police officers very often, even if they know, you have to assume they do know the law. They know that people can videotape.
No, actually, I'm willing to bet that the vast majority of them are clueless as to laws regarding recording and cameras.
See, I disagree. I think a lot of these police officers are relying similarly, Lewis, to the fact
I'd
that...
put money on it.
Hold on a second. Many police officers in interactions with people know that unless they are with probable cause formally detaining someone, they can't just ask that person to do anything. They're relying on the fact that most people don't know that. Most people don't know they can refuse a search in many cases, for example. I think most police officers know the rules about filming. They're just hoping the other person doesn't know. So when they say turn your camera off, the person doesn't. Hey, he was ignoring my requests. That person it's insubordination.
No.
You think they just are clueless?
Of course, if a cop knows that the person with the camera is within their legal rights and tries to get them to turn it off anyway and then beats them up because of it, clearly he doesn't know, because he'd know that he was getting himself in trouble if he did that.
I don't know that it's that clear. They may just believe that, you know what?
That they can just do whatever they want?
Not that some, but some will believe a different thing, which is once they're starting to get loud and explain that these are their rights, then they're kind of being aggressive towards me, and then it opens up the door. I can do whatever I want. I identified them as a threat. Listen, this has come up with the TSA. And it turns out you can film TSA pat-downs, you can film TSA screening points as long as you don't interfere. And it's the same thing with police. So this is one that we have to keep an eye on because this is going to continue. Fortunately, this time, it looks like the police officer isn't just getting off scot-free.
Yeah, let's hope so.
On today's bonus show, a plane breaks in two, but everybody survives, which is a pretty incredible story. Also, we're going to be making a pretty big announcement coming up, and let's just say we'll be debriefing from that announcement on the bonus show, and also plenty of other stuff. Also, if you're interested in sponsoring the David Pakman Show, we have some new opportunities coming up, so please contact me, david@davidpakman.com. Many opportunities, of course, and Lewis taking part in many of them, but still some slots available. So we'll take a break. We'll come back after this. Still plenty more to talk about. Stay tuned to the David Pakman Show.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.